Hey Leo, thanks for checking out your weekly forecast for the 12th through the 19th. We're coming up on a full moon in Gemini as we get closer to the end of the week. So we'll see what's coming up in the current energies for Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. And just basically see what to keep an eye out for, any shifts that might be happening, any messages from Spirit for the Leo collective. I feel like we need one more good shuffle here. There we go. All right, let's get right on into it, my darling Leos, my lovely Leos. First card coming up here is the moon. And the reason why I kind of giggled here about this, whenever we're coming into like a full moon or a new moon, and I'm reading for somebody, or even if I'm pulling cards for myself and I pull the moon card, or if I'm working with an oracle deck and I get a card that has like a big moon on it or something, that is a message to me that you're going to be really affected by this moon cycle. Okay, now keep in mind, the moon card itself is about things that are hidden, or sometimes things that we've been pushing down. If you are a Leo, that you've been working on your healing path, your spiritual journey, you've been working to unlock your intuition. People ask me all the time, Amethyst, how can I strengthen my intuition? How can I tap into my spiritual gifts and abilities? Well, first and foremost, before we get into like the exercises of learning to trust your intuition, it comes down to healing. Okay, even me tapping into my intuition, it came through my journey of healing. And boy, let me tell you, it was a Pandora's box that opened up of all kinds of things I had to deal with. So if you are a Leo, that you've been feeling like there's just some aspect of yourself that you can't seem to tap into, or there's just some aspect of your life that you haven't been able to release. Like you've been doing your work, but there's just this one little corner that you can't seem to reach. You can't seem to get into that locked file cabinet in your soul, you know. I feel with this moon card coming up that there's going to be powerful energy for you to tap into, Leo, that you're going to be able to get to those hidden places. You're going to be able to reach into those, you know, faraway corners. So to me, the moon card indicates that this is going to be an excellent time for what some people refer to as shadow work, right? All of the deep buried things, to be able to get them out of the surface. I do feel that some of you Leos may have a great big giant cry this week, and I don't even feel that it's because like something happened, right? I don't feel it's because of a breakup, or like you know, anything like that. You just might be feeling a little sentimental, or it just might come up out of nowhere. Like you just come up with this sudden release. I don't feel like you're crying about a specific event. I just feel like your life is just coming to the surface. The past is coming to the surface, and I feel like you're going to have a good hard cry, like a sob, like just sobbing. But you're going to feel so relieved once it's out. And this might be the way that some of you are clearing. You know, you're like, I don't know how to do shadow work. I don't know what any of that stuff is. It may just be happening very naturally and very effortlessly for some of you. Okay, this is also a good time for you to overcome your fears. Face your fears and overcome them. Rationalize your way through them. You know, bring in some logic, bring in some ideas of how you can feel safe in the face of these fears. What are some things that you can do to give yourself some layers of protection or preparedness? So I feel overall a renewed, confident energy that's going to come out of this. The next card that's coming up for Leo is the Ace of Wands. Well, what did I say? A renewed, confident energy, and here we have Ace of Wands. Taking charge, taking hold of a new opportunity. The Ace of Wands can sometimes come up because we might be tempted to overlook something. We don't think it's going to be that big of a deal, or we don't think it's going to be worth our time. But Spirit just said, don't miss your boat. Don't miss the boat. Some of you have been asking and praying for an opportunity or for a change. It's going to come in this week. And you might say, yeah, it's not that big of a deal, right? But Spirit is saying, don't underestimate it. It's going to grow into something bigger. It's going to grow into something better. Don't be quick to dismiss opportunities as like it not being enough. It's giving you some tools that are going to be useful. It is a part of some cosmic domino effect. So taking hold of opportunities that are coming up and presenting themselves to you this week. I also feel here with the Ace of Wands, this is very interesting. I feel almost like in a literal sense of a hand grabbing a bow staff, right? I'm not trained in martial arts at all. My understanding of martial arts is very limited. The only reason why bow staff is even in my vocabulary is because I was obsessed with the Ninja Turtles when I was a kid. But I feel like some of you might be doing something in your spiritual process, in your healing process, or in your process of protecting yourself that you might be feeling pulled towards the martial arts. Maybe it's a past life thing for some of you, but I feel some of you might be turning to martial arts as a healing, as a release, as a self-discipline, which is really what it is, right? It's not just like, oh yeah, cool, Karate Kid. But I feel like some of you are really going into it for like the true purpose of it, the true meaning of it, the true essence of it. So I do feel for some reason some of you Leos are feeling very moved to some kind of combat or some kind of self-defense as a physical discipline, as a mental discipline, as a way of grounding yourself and feeling empowered. The next card that's coming up for Leo is the Wheel, and this is a major arcana card. Now, I want to tell you something before we break down the Wheel card. First and foremost, some of you have heard me say the major arcana cards are big changes and shifts in our life. We're coming into new chapters, things that we were meant to experience, things that we came here to learn and to master. So when the Wheel card comes in for me, the Wheel card comes in the sense of like, how can I say this? Like moving on, getting unstuck. When I have major arcana cards that come in between the cards, like major arcana, not major arcana, major arcana, when it varies like that, I've noticed the energy can be a little bit roller coastery. So some of you might be emotional this week, Leo, and it might not even be because of something somebody did or a situation. It could just be a part of your release where you're just feeling really high and really low. Write it out. It will balance out. It's not going to stay like that forever. It's just part of our growth, part of how we clear energy and open up to receive. But the Wheel card is very positive. The Wheel card is telling us that you're moving on, you're moving forward, and you're getting unstuck. Okay, you're getting unstuck. And a lot of the times this card comes up to indicate that some karmic cycle has ended. It's finished, it's done. For me, the Wheel card says you have already done and you have already put in everything you can put into a situation, and you have permission to move on. You have permission to just go live your life. Whatever karmic debt was, you paid it. You paid whatever karmic debt you had. You fulfilled whatever soul obligation you had. And so there's that energy there of just, being able to move on free and clear from a situation without guilt, without baggage, without feeling bad about anything. And in fact, Leo, some of you might be in a situation where you're dealing with someone who keeps guilting you or manipulating you or trying to make you feel sorry for them. I don't know why I said sorry like I was from Canada, but it came out. Maybe that was for somebody in Canada. But you might be dealing with somebody who's constantly trying to make you feel, bad for them. Like, oh, poor them, poor them, poor them. But with the Wheel card here, you're breaking out of that. If you are self-employed or if you're working towards becoming self-employed, you might be coming into a very busy season. You might be raking in some good money right now. Or you were making good money and now it's the opposite. It's like slow. It's like, crickets and tumbleweeds. And you might be feeling discouraged that I'm never going to get this down. I'm going to have to work a full-time job, or I'm never going to be able to leave my job and just do my business. And the Wheel card reminds us of the flow of the cycles. We need the busy seasons, but we need the slow seasons just as much. If you're constantly working your butt off and raking in the money, eventually you're going to burn out. You need the slow season. You need the slow season to rest. You know, especially if you're someone that you're not like looking to start a big corporation or a big business with a ton of people under you, or at least until you get to that point and you're just working yourself or with a couple of other people. You need to get that down, because in the busy time, all this money is coming in. If you can be wise with the money that's coming in during the busy time, you're going to have enough in your storehouse. You're going to have enough in the account so that when things are slow, you're not stressing out. You've got money to hold you over until the next busy time. And you can even take a little bit of that money and go enjoy yourself. Maybe you're going to go away for a weekend. Maybe you're going to treat yourself to something you've been wanting for a long time. And since it's a slow season, you can actually spend some time and enjoy it. You know, whether it's some kind of recreational vehicle or a new TV or materials for like a creative project or something you've been wanting to learn how to do. You know, maybe you're going to get into sculpting and you go out and you get some clay and some tools and you just have a good old time, you know, playing around with that. So you need the slow times. Don't let the slow times freak you out. If you can learn to work within that cycle, you know, ride that cycle, ride that wheel, self-employment won't be so difficult to master. The next card that's coming up for Leo is the Three of Pentacles. And Three of Pentacles is laying down new foundations, laying down new vibes, laying down, I'm saying vibes, which is not a word you usually use with Three of Pentacles, but the vibes came out of my mouth and I'm like, why did I get that word? I feel like a lot of you are laying down a structure in terms of your schedule, right? Three of Pentacles can determine like situations where we might be working with other people or collaborating, or our employers or higher ups at work have noticed us and wanting to take us under their wing to shape us and mold us. And that could be happening for some of you Leos. You might be getting some attention at work and you might be having somebody coming up and trying to like teach you the way or show you the way, or they might be training you for bigger things or different opportunities. And so some of you are having that, you know, beginning stages of advancement. But I feel for a lot of you Leos, as I'm looking at the Three of Pentacles, it's taking me back to the Ace of Wands. And so I feel that Spirit is trying to tell me that the message here is that you're going to be laying down a new foundation or a new structure as far as who you're having around you, how much time you're giving other people, how much time you're spending on different things in your life. And like, this is the way that you're putting up a little protection barrier for yourself so that people are not bringing you down or stressing you out. I feel like you're getting a lot of structure in your life. You may even have like a personal off hours, right? Like you know, I'm not going to answer any phone calls after 9 o'clock, any text. I'm going to just turn my phone off. 9 o'clock, I'm going to turn my phone off, right? Even if it's not about work stuff. It could be family stuff. It could be like, I don't want to be distracted by social media. You know, 9 p.m. phone goes off and I just kind of unwind for the night. If you're doing something in terms of self-employment, you might be putting in more structure about what people's responsibilities are, right? Like, it might be too many chefs in the kitchen and you're like, nope, you don't get to be chef. You're going to be the marketing person, or you're going to be this, or you're going to be that. So you might even be putting some boundaries on who does what in terms of self-employment or a family business. I don't want to say you're laying down the law, but I do feel like you're coming in with a lot more discipline, a lot more ownership of your space and how you want things done, and having boundaries with the people around you. You're not just available whenever they want you. You're not just going to have conversations at the drop of a hat that second that they want to have the conversation, right? You're defining time for yourself. This is my work time. This is my rest time. This is my exercise time. This is my, whatever time. Like you're taking ownership of your day. That's the feeling that I feel here with the Three of Pentacles. You may want to check out your moon sign and rising sign videos. Some weeks those might resonate for you more than others. The love readings for December are linked in the description, and the 2022 forecasts are linked in the description. I'm about halfway through the zodiac wheel. I hope to be done in the next couple of days. If you guys have heard snoring in the background, I rescued a horse of a dog. He's a pretty big boy. And so it's been kind of hard to get all the videos up, trying to get him feeling safe. He will not leave my side, so you guys might have to get used to hearing some snoring in future videos. Hopefully it's not too disturbing, but this guy needs me. So again, private readings, calendly.com/amethystangelite. I thank you all for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. I'm wishing you all a wonderful week ahead. Take care, my dears.